it going? Hi everyone! Welcome back to another video of mine. Today, we are channeling our inner itsy bitsy Isaac with a co-host. This is Marshmallow. They are a weighted bunny. Really good for anxiety, and they're very cuddly. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing the differences between age regression and age play. So if you're interested, if you want to be educated on that, if you want to know a little bit more about the differences, you can stay along and yeah. First things first, I wanted to also say that I am not an expert on age regression or age play by all means. I know what I know and I want to share what I know. So this is just, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I'm not an expert on any of them. I did my research, but of course I could always do more research, and I don't know everything. I'm just a girl on the internet. Don't take everything I say to heart. But first we should start with some simple definition. What is age regression? According to Healthline, age regression occurs when someone reverts to a younger state of mind. This retreat may be only a few years younger than the person's physical age. It could also be much younger, into early childhood or even in infancy. It also occurs in people with dementia, but I'm not fully educated on that, so I'm not gonna speak on it. What is age play? According to Wikipedia, age play is a form of role-playing which one or more individuals acts or treats another as if they are a different age. The term may describe a variety of role-playing, emphasis on role-playing, that involves a difference in age. In practice, however, age play usually involves one or more adults acting as young children. Now on to the first point, which is the similarities. Coping mechanism. Believe it or not, age play can also be used as a coping mechanism or a way to manage trauma and or PTSD. A lot of BDSM and kink are used for that purpose. Some people regress as a response to PTSD, and others choose to act like children as a way to gain control of the innocence they lost in childhood. And both are completely valid. And both of these things are present in both age play and age regression. On to the second point, which is the aesthetics. As far as I know, the age play community has been around a lot longer than the online age regression community. I could be wrong on that. That doesn't mean age play has been around longer. It's just more established online than age regression, which is relatively new online. A lot of the aesthetics in age regression also appear in age play. Things like pacifiers, onesies, bottles, toys, stuffed animals are all present in both. If I showed you a picture of a typical online regressor and a typical little, I bet you wouldn't know the difference off the bat. I don't know if this is controversial to say, but a lot of age regression aesthetics came from age play. And there's nothing wrong with that so long as you are aware of the differences. There's a term I see online called CGLRE, which is derived from CGL. It stands for Caregiver Little Regressor. I am not a huge fan of this term because it steps into the power dynamic side that is involved in actual CGL. But I will never judge a person for using that terminology if it helps them. I just personally don't like how close the term CGLRE is to CGL. Now we're gonna talk about the differences. Number 1, sexualization. There are people who believe that all age play is sexual, but that's not always the case. And this might come off as a controversial opinion in the age regression community. Age play is always a part of BDSM and always involves consenting adults. But just like all BDSM, it is not always sexual, but it can be. Age regression, on the other hand, is never sexual. When a person age regresses, they're reverting to a younger mental age. That means they're at a level where they are unable to consent to sex. People who engage in sexual age play are role-playing. They are adults who are acting, the same way someone might pretend to be a superhero or a teacher or a fish. They do not involve minors. I cannot stress this enough. CGL, ABDL, and age play do not involve minors, and people who are into those kinks are not pedos. Because if they were pedos, they would go after actual children, not adults who are consenting to act a younger age. Another difference is ages. Age regression occurs in everyone. It is actually more common in children and the elderly. In children, it might manifest in suddenly wanting to sleep with your parent, bedwetting, thumb sucking, and generally fearing growing up. Age regression occurs at any point in your life. Age play always involves adults. Minors cannot and should not engage in age play because it's part of BDSM, and minors have no business engaging with BDSM. It is extremely dangerous for minors. It makes it easy for them to be taken advantage by creepy adults. To recap, age regression is a coping mechanism that is used to manage PTSD and stress by reverting to a younger state of mind. While age play is a power dynamic in BDSM that involves role-playing a younger age. Age regression is never sexual. Age play never involves minors. I wasn't sure where to put this, but remember that the majority of companies that age regressors buy from are kink brands. Brands like Onesies Down Under, Land of Genie, Rears, and Cutie Plus You, among others, are all 18 plus kink brands. It's crazy how some age regressors are okay with buying and supporting these brands, but refuse to accept age players. Just a thought. Alright friends, that is all I have for you today. If you found this video helpful, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. And leave some more differences and similarities that I might have missed. Some of my points might be considered controversial in the age regression community because some age regressors are completely against the idea of age play, but I have always been a believer of letting people do whatever they want so long as they aren't hurting themselves or others. Age play is always consensual. If it's not, then it's abuse and not age play. Simple as that. Also, I am not a part of the BDSM community. I am just a person who doesn't like to shame people for doing things that have nothing to do with me. What consenting adults are doing together is none of my business. I really hope this isn't the video that makes me flop. Anyway, don't forget to click all the positive buttons, like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. And if you want to see more of my face, follow me on Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this was educational, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!